All right, so we have our handsome Mr. B. Ready, Bodie? You're so handsome. I want to see if we can do a little bit with some play through maybe the flirt pole. So we're going to try the less intriguing one, like I tried a little bit with our other Mr. B. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm ready. So obviously when we're doing flirt pole play or any play with your puppy, if they're a little eager beaver, he's like, greatest day ever, we might get a little sit. He's like, that seems dumb, but okay. Very nice. And you ready? Go get it. So when we're playing with puppies to adult dogs to teenagers, we want to make sure that, especially when we're doing it, that we're thinking about how the puppies or even the adult dogs are using their bodies. So I know for a lot of folks, having them play fetch or retrieving games could be a great venue. We just want to make sure that when we're playing fetch, the traction is adequate. If you're playing fetch on hardwood or tile or slippery surfaces, you are more than likely to injure your puppy or even adult dog. There are a lot of young dogs that have arthritis as young as 1 because of the way they have been exercised or have practiced play. So tile and slippery surfaces can make a puppy almost practice walking and retrieving or playing almost like an ice skating rink. So you want to be careful. Oh, smart man. You want to be careful that where and how we're playing and to what intensity is kind of equivalent to the dog's capabilities or their body when it comes to their developmental phase. So as we're dealing with a baby, you don't have fully developed bones, ligaments, joints. We want to be, again, cautionary, yes, as to how hard or how intense or how jostling the play could be. So for Mr. B, I'm going to go ready, find it, get him to take a little breather, and I might say, you ready? Go get it. So when we're playing with a flirt pole, there's going to be traction, obviously. He says he coughed up his snack, he has to go get it. There's going to be traction in here where it's a rubber floor, but I want to make sure that I keep the toy low so we don't have any jumping up into the air. If we're doing repetitive behaviors like fetching tends to be high intensity, we'll throw it really far or high up and the dog leaps and does some sometimes awkward movements. You do want to be a little bit cautionary or keep an eye as to how they're using their bodies while playing. So like right now with Mr. B, oh smart man, is I'm also feeding him for on his own, taking a break or a breath from the toy and checking in with me. What a good job, sir. So the toy does not have to be pulled out of his mouth or get out of range for him to take a pause or take a break. So right here, nice check-in. We might say, you ready? And I might say, you ready? Go get it. And now my toy could come alive again, but I'll keep it low and do some swooshing motions. So it's more of him taking nice big loops around. Oh my gosh, the snack fell out. So he is towards the end of the day and he's getting rather tired. So, but oh, good check-in again. You may want to sometimes practice some of these play exercises outside where maybe one puppy could be playing with a toy and they're doing that. And then the other babe could be on gear if they tend to want to also play at the same time. So a lot of times I know we were discussing, we're going to do some of the taking turn exercises next week and I'm going to send some materials. But you guys may find what can be really helpful is to have the dogs be participating near each other, but doing their own activity, almost like I mentioned earlier for like little ones. So that way, if one little one is playing with their coloring book and another one is doing Legos, even though they're coexisting and doing something together, it's not they're intimately doing things at the same time with the exact same item. So this is really pretty. So ready, Bodie? We want to try again? Go get it. Oh my gosh, chew first. Let you chew. He says chewing and walking and chasing toys is just a lot of hard work. Ready? Go get it. He's like, lady, so much energy. But obviously too, since he's a little guy, we just want to make sure that play is little bits here and there throughout the day versus one big chunk in the attempt to like burn him out or get him tired. Good job, sir. You're getting so tired. He's such a smart man. We'll do another little find it. But the fact that he can take a pause from the toy and be able to work a few skills while it's still out, ready, sit, yes, is really nice on his end because some puppies, when the toys come out or the fun starts to happen, the thinking part of their brain kind of falls away. So it's nice that sometimes throughout the play, you kind of go back and forth between things that help calm the brain and the body and then things that help rev the brain and the body. So because if we only do one or the other, it's kind of helpful to have a little bit of that on-off switch with working, getting excited, and then coming back from it. He's doing really pretty though. What a smart man. We'll do another little find it. And we'll see. You ready? You want to try one more time? Go get that bad boy. He's like, lady, this is as fast as I'm going now. Good job. So again, we do want to make sure the handsome guy is successful and does get to catch the critter. So from his end, it was a really fun adventure of chasing, biting, grabbing, shaking, and catching the vermin. So nice job, sir. So that was the greatest day of his life. He's too cute. You're doing a very nice job, Mr. B. Ready? So we might try drop it. Yes. Good job. So in two guys, as they start to get better with certain skills, remember that we want to go from using the food presented first to now the food will be given right after the fact. So if, let's say for his drop it or out or whatever, good job, sir, you tend to, let's say, for example, it was in his mouth for pretend, we go, again, we feed to have the drop happen. That's fine in the beginning, but then we want to go from the food was the beginning stage to the food is the last step. So we would go from, again, I know I've mentioned it in classes, from going from like your bribe to now the paycheck. So with the bribe, you would present the food first, get him to open his mouth. When he opens, you get the food. We want him to start hearing the drop it, give, or out slogan or a hand signal too, if that works well for him. And then have him, once he relinquishes the thing, that's when he gets his paycheck for that really nice job. Smart man. But for practice sake, make sure too that I know you guys have the 3 at home, is if again, one babe requires more of one thing versus another, as you guys already know, they're all individuals. They have their different likes and dislikes. Some puppies, again, just because they enjoy a certain game does not mean that everybody has to participate in that moment. So if we find for Miss J that makes her feel much better is to do some fetching on her own, and maybe her brother is away for a moment, giving each individual time is going to be really nice for your relationship with them, but also helps keep the consistency they were used to before the sibling came around. So if it's only, again, now everything is always trying to be together, it could be that now the babe has never really rocked that so much as they have the alone time. So we do want to make sure that we're rotating through both. So that way, Miss J, if she really enjoys certain things with you guys solo, to do that for her, but also give Mr. B time to do his thing solo as well. Nice job, sir. So we'll do a little bit with a few more little loose leash walk-in moments. He's doing so nice though. Oh my goodness, finding those snacks and keeping them in your mouth. Ready? So we'll get his little attention again back onto my side. And then when rehearsing stuff at home, if you find you start to lose any of your babes when practicing, remember how I had mentioned that the environment will drive behavior. You may find that at times certain things or certain environments or certain skills weren't really well at certain age groups, but then they start to fizzle or change up. So don't change what you're doing, but maybe lower the environmental stimulus or lower the criteria. So that way, while they're rehearsing or practicing something, it's the same skills you'd like them to keep refining. So remember, just like I've mentioned prior for all the little puppy students at times, is puppies, again, don't grow out of behavior. They tend to grow into it. So if there are certain things we're finding challenging for Mr. B, I am excited. We're going to be doing a one-on-one. So that'll be really nice because we'll get to see, well, where is he getting a little confused? What's he feeling really comfortable with? What's going in the right direction and what needs a little bit more assistance? So, but keep up the wonderful practice for all of the beauties. Their comfort and their abilities have definitely grown, which has been really nice to witness. But just keep me updated for all of the classmates and let me know how things are feeling in the different venues from home to your yard, to your walks, to whatever. But we'll probably call it a day for Mr. B as well. Give them all a little break and then maybe do a little bit of wrestles for the babes and then go from there because their day is almost all done. Nice check-in, sir. Very smart. So, but Mr. B, here, why don't you do a cute little finder right here so we can see how adorable you are? And then we'll give Mr. B a little break too.